It customizes your renter's insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
Great. As a minimalist, I need simple insurance.
Nice place. No furniture?
Nothing spark joy, except for this fruit bowl.
Well, with Liberty Mutual, you only pay for what you need, so there's that.
I mean, look, so beautiful, so empty again.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Looking to upgrade your old wardrobe? Let Mariano's Custom Tailor on Beach Boulevard custom make suits and shirts for you. We also do alterations. Come to our store or we'll come to you. Mariano's Custom Tailor, the local expert at making you look great.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. This is the Sports Den with Denny Thompson and James Coleman on 1010XL.
I feel like I'm, when you go out and you have like, not even necessarily drink, but you go out, you maybe gotten older, you just maybe stay out too late.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day, you feel hungover even though you didn't drink.
Yeah, you pay for it.
I'm feeling that way today. I think it was our show last night. It took everything out of us. Like I am confident in saying, James, especially you. You know how they talk about players laying it all out on the field, leaving it all on the field?
Mm-hmm.
We left it all out last night.
You should have done what I did.
What? What'd you do?
I had a 2-hour massage this morning.
Dude, I should have. I don't even like massages.
Yeah, I started off great. It was great. Got some water, obviously. Alcavita Life. Got hydrated. And then I just said, you know what? Woosah. I said everything I needed to say. Now, they still suck if we talk about them. I got to talk about them. But I don't have to go through experience that pain anymore.
Why were you guys this angry? Like, what about this game put you over the edge as opposed to...
I want to answer that in a weird way because it was so interesting out of all the shows that we've done over the 6 years that we've been here. I think that one got far and away the most reaction. Like, I mean, maybe some of the silly shows we did back in the day, the big guy calendar.
Yeah.
That got a ton of reaction. The
tights.
Should there be a weight limit on tights?
Yeah.
But as far as sports go, like that one got the most reaction. And the question I started getting, I don't know if you did, like halfway through the day is, hey, are we going to have a repeat of last night tonight? Are y'all going to bring that same energy? And I'm like, y'all don't understand. We didn't talk about that last night.
We're unscripted.
We're completely unscripted. So to answer your question, JJ, nothing brought it. James set the tone last night. James came in here and he went a solid 10 to 15 minutes and was sweating, JJ. Like I looked over there and my man looked like he'd just gotten out the sauna. Like that's how hard he went. So I don't know. That's why you listen to the Sports Den from night to night. And by the way, thank all of you guys for all the comments the last 24 hours. Been great.
It was the reason why I was mad because I have no expectations for these losers. I just go to watch. But like I've said, I'm so happy to have football because I thought I wasn't going to get it. I was afraid it was going to be taken away from me like some of you people who like basketball or this baseball thing where they throw a ball and you hit it with a stick or something like that. I don't watch those sports. I don't care if they would have ever come back. Basketball kind of was cool, finals. I vaguely follow LeBron. But I watch football. I love football. I'm currently breaking down I-9 flag football film because we got the championship coming this Saturday. And I want my guys to be prepared. But for the first time, I watched football and it was not enjoyable at all. There was nothing enjoyable about that game. All I saw was 53 losers. And then immediately what I thought of was all the stuff that I've heard about everybody else who's been here, all the hype, all the this. And then people, I think what really triggered it was JJ third quarter. People are tagging me with Frazier memes. Like they're tagging me with, okay, man, make sure you listen to Sports Den because they're going to talk us off the ledge. And I realized that I don't get to grieve. Everybody is relying on me to like take their burdens from the game. And nobody cares about how I feel about this.
This is how therapists feel.
Yeah, like the therapist.
You have to heal
therapists.
other people all day.
Yeah.
Nobody gets to hear you.
You got it out, bro.
And I just had to. I'm tired of this. Like, because if I didn't have to, if we weren't like the station of the Jaguars,
I would never watch them.
I wouldn't watch this. I would have just went to watch another game, and I would have smiled. It'd been happy to come in here.
Like, that Titans-Texans game, what a hell of a game.
Right.
I heard Derek did somebody dirty
again.
It
was fun.
But no, I have to watch this, and then I have to talk about it because it's a Sunday. I really almost took the advice of my good friend John.
Brown? John Brown?
No.
Oh.
John Brown is the homie. If anybody can, again, I want the rights to John Brown's story. John Brown.
The kicker from yesterday.
Yeah, people need to hear how this happened.
I wouldn't watch that.
I don't know.
Yeah, did you listen last night?
Our version of it?
Yes, you would. Watch
I don't know how it happened, but if he doesn't use our version,
it's a boring story.
Not the way
I never kicked in high school, college, or pro.
But like, how does he get the job? Like, it had to be he won a prize.
Specialist.
He won a prize.
Who didn't even kick off.
Yeah, that's weird. I didn't think about that. They didn't use him for his specialty.
He was hanging out. He was the first person to pump gas at the gate gas station on Moncrief for the entire month of October. Like, that Thursday was the first, whatever day, that the 15th of October was the first time anybody pumped gas. And then bing, 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 he wins the prize. And the prize was you get to try out as a kicker.
For the Jaguars.
Yes. But anyways.
That actually doesn't sound too crazy.
I mean, it sounds better than the real story.
How else could you, as an NFL franchise, field a person who has literally never kicked?
But that's
in
you
high
don't want us
school,
getting back in
college,
or
like
pro we did the whole show
like
you really don't.
My bad.
This dark
but like
hole.
I said it this morning in our meeting, that's the tankiest thing I've ever heard.
Again, we can't. You got to go back and listen. You don't want to get us back down this rabbit hole.
Is he? I heard Lambo's practicing this week, so we should be straight.
God,
who cares?
But like at this point, just let Lambo
I mean,
relax.
they're going for win number 2.
These guys are doing interviews still. Nobody's been fired.
I mean,
did you hear Marone said that unless
yes,
he gets fired,
you really got to listen to our show on Sunday.
My bad. I didn't know if that came out like
all
after
the love.
your show.
I used to like Marone. The baloney stick was kind of cool, but now I don't. I don't.
You're over it.
I
tell you what I do
out
like.
war is welcome, as they say.
I'll tell you what I do like. The Monday doubleheader on Monday Night Football.
No, that's cool.
5 p.m. Awesome.
Oh my god!
They screwed it up a couple weeks ago by because the game overlapped with the other one. This was perfect.
This is amazing.
The game sucked, but it was all right.
You thought it sucked?
Yes.
I liked it just because it was like it looked cold, but it really wasn't. I looked it up.
What was the temperature?
50.
You could see their breath.
Cold
enough for me. It's
I mean,
cold.
but it looked like it was like 30.
Oh,
for the first time.
You got to put that jacket on with 50 to have a
gloomy
nice jacket. If you're not playing,
yeah,
you got to keep that.
I don't like watching Chiefs games when they don't let my dog air it out. Like, if you're gonna run the ball 30 times, that ain't for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And what was wild
Let Pat throw.
about all of this is that I actually had a pretty enjoyable weekend.
Great Saturday for the Knowles.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get into that. Definitely going to get into that tonight. Big Ten starts this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska. You remember Nebraska when all this stuff happened? Like they were going to leave the Big Ten. They were going to play their own schedule, and your reward now is you get Ohio State week 1.
Nice.
That was on purpose.
Oh, no doubt.
Them unmercifully.
No doubt.
I hate Nebraska.
Oh, I don't hate
even
Nebraska.
have a bad reason to. Like, they're not a rival. I just don't like them.
You don't like the Scott Frost thing. That was the thing. That's when you started to hate Nebraska, is when Scott Frost wasn't getting the same energy that Willie Taggart was getting.
He got a pay raise.
Well, I know, but that's again, why would you hate him for that?
Fair. I mean, it's just capitalism. Good.
Right. I mean, it's no different than John Brown.
Fair. When you put it that way.
I like Nebraska just because they have like a massive crowd every weekend, and that impresses me.
Oh, the spring game, they have like 90,000.
But they still sell out.
But that's like that. My age, you can't get past what they used to be.
Yeah, even me, I remember
stinking
them,
good.
Yeah.
I was at that Fiesta Bowl when they hung, 60 on Florida in the national championship game?
Ooh.
I was there.
You deserve to hate.
You know who I was sitting next to?
Who?
I'll tell you this. Ever tell you this? Actually, I wasn't. My wife was sitting next to, you ready for this? Bill Cosby.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. No jokes.
Now she's
Were
okay.
there was
She's
her
fine.
drink? Did
Okay.
it have
She's fine.
a lid on it?
Yeah,
Was
she's
it
fine. Yes, Bill Cosby was in attendance, like right next to us.
Make sure you
dodged
keep
the
it covered.
bullet?
Yeah. I asked some questions a couple years ago. I asked Angie, listen, do you remember back to that night? Yes, I do. Okay, we're good.
Do you remember?
Yes, we're good. Do you remember being
everything?
You were kind of loopy.
Were you not sitting with her?
there? Yes, I was next to her. Yeah.
But not next
I
to
mean, it was
him.
like Bill's team.
Did you ask? I guess this is before picture phones, camera phones.
Yeah, it was.
So did you even say like, "Hey,
No.
I love the show"?
No.
What? To Bill Cosby?
No, he had like a whole team of people
Oh,
right
okay.
there. Like it wasn't, yeah. When I say we were sitting next to him, like it's not like he was sitting like in the numbered bleacher right next.
You were 8, he was 9.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it wasn't like that. But yeah, I mean that's the Nebraska I remember. But I am excited about Big Ten football, especially with Florida having the week off again.
Is that official?
Yeah.
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 Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, they've moved all kind of SEC games around.
It's funny, what was funny about it? Because I'm sitting here telling people the news, like we talked about it on Thursday. We hinted around it, but we found out that
I was about to say, why was I getting all this information? Like, oh, James has this top secret information
because it's
but he didn't come out with it
because it's HIPAA.
And you could have been like the guy.
It's HIPAA.
You could have. Oh, do you think that Adam Schefter worries about HIPAA, bro?
Adam Schefter also makes a lot more money than I make.
People have
to get to that level, you have to,
do you understand? Like, so anytime I break something with Florida, just from me putting it out there, you saw Hacker text me immediately. He's like, "What do you got?" But when I say something, hey, Florida is coming to you. If I put that out right now, I'm gonna get 20 DMs. What do you know? What happened now, James? We know you know, James. Don't drag us out here, James. Let us know. And I'm like, no, everything I have for y'all ain't bad news. It's just 90% of it. So they think I'm trolling anyway. And I also didn't want to break that. But the Missouri game, I was like, all right. And I was also kind of told, like, yo, please be careful with it. And then the more I thought about it, like, I would have really burned it. Because it was like they literally just walked out of a meeting.
And there's only 2 people.
It was only a few people would know. Like that wouldn't have been a good move.
Do we know about Miss Megan though? I'm worried.
If he got it, is
that's
that
what
Miss
I'm
Mullen?
saying. I think right.
That's her name, Megan.
Just y'all are in a troll mood.
I'm not getting into her kissing the players when she may have COVID or not.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about.
That's not right. But at least
as a journalist, I wouldn't let James do that.
At least
we're not going to call her a super spreader.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, she's not. She may or may not have been patient zero for Florida, but we're not going to go into that. That's not. That's it. That's irresponsible journalism.
By the way, if you've been around the Mullins or somebody else that's got COVID, make sure you get to Quick Draw Rapid Testing, QUIK, quickdrawrapidtesting.com. Right off St. John's Bluff, you can go over there, get tested, get the results in 10 minutes. It costs you $40. And while you're there, you can get some hand sanitizer that lasts you 8 hours.
Yeah, seriously, like there's been some stuff like in Duval County schools and some other things. Go if you're curious, if you're nervous, they're really, really good, very professional, and they got a nice little lounge for you to chill out, chillax while you're getting your results. If you feel comfortable, or you don't have to get out of your car.
I don't want that.
You don't have to get out of your car if you don't want to.
I'm not going to sit in a room with a bunch of people who think they may have COVID.
Not a bunch. It's not like but fair enough. When you put it like that, maybe all the ways we're describing it, maybe give people the wrong impression. Like $40 for 10 minutes. Like that might not be the best way to describe it, but it's accurate.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I'm sorry. I'm listening. I got caught listening to JJ on the phone. We really got to get a mic on him on the phone over there. It's like people call thinking that he don't have a job.
Right. Like
they just want to chat.
Like they call when
they call like JJ. Hey man, how you doing? Like they're like
we're
not doing
He told me that I need to go listen to the first 15 minutes of the show last night.
We're possibly breaking, and then somebody calls and just has the only person who's capable of taking us out of the break. They're like, hey man, how you doing? How's that? You still haven't smoked a cigarette? Are you?
Have you been to Quick
I got
Draw
that this afternoon. Sorry, were you guys trying to break? That is my bad.
No, I mean, I probably need to take this phone call on it because we got to take Swanson coming up next.
Yeah, we should take this.
And then we've got so much college stuff to get into that we might as well get something here on the Jags. Leon, what's going on?
My favorite, lemon pepper.
What's up, man?
What's up?
What's going down? Man, this Big L, man. Listen, first of all, love the show, man. Look, I'm tired of like trying to figure this out. You guys are professionals. You're more than just an angry, irate fan who's pretty much pissed off at the world right now. Is it come down to the coaching at this time? I mean, I'm asking because right now I ran out of people to blame, and I'm just irritated. Here to more be educated. Start with the head coach on down to everybody. Should there be some changes like immediately? Do something, man, because it's sick.
I mean, I don't think there's any other way to look at this than wholesale changes. And if you say the top is what is people you can fire. You're not going to fire anybody with the last name Khan. It's Dave Caldwell. Like, I don't think you just accomplish anything by firing a head coach. Caldwell's got to go. Marone's got to go. The coordinator's got to go. Like everybody's got to go. You
even
literally
Jay?
have to. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, I think you have to start completely new, and you've got to bring a GM in that's proven, and you have to overpay for him. And you got to tell him, if you're Shad Khan, I'm paying you, I'm overpaying you, I'm stepping out of the way. I'll give you part ownership in Lot J if you want it. Like, take everything. And if you need Tony to bring you something to drink, he'll do that. But we've proven we have no freaking clue what we're doing in the sports world. So we're going to let you handle this. Now, who's that GM? I have no clue. But he's the one that's got to hire the coach. You can't have, like you did last time when you hired a coach and had Tom Coughlin sitting in on the interviews and saying, hey, we're going to hire a coach only if you're good with another coach being here. It's got to be a GM who knows how to win, like almost a Raiders type approach to what they did with Mayock and Gruden. Overpay, it's yours. If you screw it up, it ain't going to get any worse than it is now. Let's see where it goes.
And just because you guarantee him all that time and money doesn't mean if in 5 years it doesn't work, you're just going to be out the money. You can always still go try to rectify it.
Man, I heard somebody say that today. I heard somebody say that, I think it was the Lunch Bunch, was talking about, well, he may keep him the rest of the year, he may keep him next year because they don't like to pay people that still owed money. You don't like to pay people for not working. Well, Shad, that's your fault, man. You shouldn't have given him a 2-year deal. Like, that's your fault. You picked it. You pay. It's not our fault that you were the only one in the city that couldn't see that you got a staff of suck. And you decided to pay them. Sometimes you got to pay to get out of deals, Shad. Like, start this whole thing over. Hopefully that answered the question for Leon. I don't know how else to answer it.
It's a lot of blame, but I'm with you. I'm definitely even more so coming around to your way of thinking. I don't like firing coaches during the holiday season. Not because they're families. I really could care less about their families. Mm-hmm. I don't like them getting the money and still being able to enjoy the holiday season. Like,
yeah, that's what Leon said this afternoon. He wants Marone to have to stay in the job as punishment.
You're getting $1 million and watching Hallmark Christmas movies, like living your best life, drinking cocoa. No, that's not how this works. What I would, though, like to see is that, yes, you're fired, but your check is contingent because you're still an employee of whatever the business that.
I like where you're going.
So, right now, during the COVID and layoffs, you probably had to get rid of some janitorial work, some other people. Like, their job is to clean.
He's a temperature checker.
Right. Yeah.
The guy who has to make sure everyone's wearing their masks.
Yeah. Working, they can work in.
You see Big Marone walking around the stands.
What is it? They can make sure everybody has clean jock straps. They can make sure everybody.
I like it.
Has
you're getting paid.
Equipment manager.
Yeah, equipment managers. They're getting paid. I need them to do something, but I don't need them to just go home. Like, that's not fair.
If you're trying to get the best pick possible, you need to make sure Marone and company are still in the job the entire season.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to my guns on that. I want them gone after next week. I want the bye week. And if we win 3 games, we win 3 games. I want to see what we have here right now.
But what if people because my biggest fear, and I said this half jokingly, I didn't think we would get this bad, is that if I'm Mr. Lawrence and my son says, "Hey, Dad, it's that time. It is time. We're declaring." And on the clock is the Jacksonville Jaguars. If somebody picks up the phone and calls me from that organization, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, have you guys done what is necessary to win ball games? Or are y'all still losers?
I'm not coming here if Dave and Doug are
And
here.
you're telling me that Dumb and Dumber is still here?
Mm-mm.
All right, cool. Hang up. Put them iPhone, block them. All that stuff.
Block all 904
all social
numbers.
media. I wanted them talking about me and my son like they were talking about Lamar Jackson's mom. Like, hey, we can't get in contact with. Like, you ever think that I just didn't want to get in contact with you? That would be the whole.
I mean, I think that's a great point. If I am Trevor Lawrence's dad and they don't make a change here, or I'm Trevor Lawrence's agent and they don't make a change here, and I've got the Jets sitting at 2. Let me go make my money in New York. I'm not going to put up with y'all's, soccer / wrestling / football venture. Like, no, we're going to go up to a football team. Like, yeah, I'm with you. Dr. Swanson coming up next.
I'm Mike Dempsey, and this fall, Mark Brunell joins me every Tuesday at 11 o'clock on Jaguars Today, thanks to Armor Guard Exteriors. Join us then to hear what the former quarterback has to say about the home team on 1010 XL.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, se-ortho.com. That's where I go. That's where you should go as well. Reason why? They got the best doctors around. You don't believe me? Go check them out. Go check out their resumes online. You can go to se-ortho.com. While you're there, check out all their locations. There's going to be one near you. No need to keep limping around because of a bump foot or ankle or knee or your arm's hurting, your shoulder's hurting. Get that fixed. You're not that old. Get it dealt with. Go to se-ortho.com. That's Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is Maya Richards. I'm a student athlete with Ponte Vedra High School. I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists if you've got an orthopedic injury. My torn meniscus was repaired in no time, and I'm back playing lacrosse again.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. Thanks to the coaches and the schools who believe in our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all areas. If you're a small business owner, you're probably looking for ways to stretch your dollar these days. So saving up to 30% on workers' comp insurance could mean more now than ever. That's why you owe it to yourself to check out your rate with Pi Insurance. With Pi, it's easy to find out if you're leaving money on the table. Just get an online quote in 3 minutes on your computer or smartphone. Simply go to trypi.com and see if you're overpaying for workers' comp. Pi Insurance was created exclusively for small businesses. Built to make workers' comp work for you. With a simple online experience and trusted service, Pi is rated excellent on Trustpilot by customers who say they make getting insurance as easy as pie. What are you waiting for? Find out today if you could save up to 30% for your workers' comp insurance. Ask your insurance agent for Pi Insurance or get a quote in 3 minutes at trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
If your business has been impacted by COVID-19, the Florida Small Business Development Center at UNF provides confidential, no-cost consulting services from professionals with real-world experience. With new resources from the CARES Act, the SBDC has even more resources to help your business recover, rebuild, and grow in today's environment. Learn more at www.sbdc.unf.edu/cares. www.sbdc.unf.edu/cares.
Guggen's Hicken here. You've heard me talk about My Pillow and what joy it's brought me at night. The wife loves hers as well, and we're a team, right? So when I heard about My Pillow, I said selfishly, I'm going to get me a My Pillow. Well, then I found out I could get one and get an extra one free. So now she's a winner. I look like gold. Everybody has My Pillow, and everybody's happy in the Hicken family. And right now, you can take advantage of that. And by the way, don't be afraid to check out the bed sheets. The towels are terrific. The mattress toppers, and yeah, they even have dog beds. What you need to do is go to mypillow.com right now. And if you use promo code 1010XL, when you get your own custom-made My Pillow, they'll send you another one for free. Yeah, My Pillow's made in the USA, has a 60-day money-back guarantee. Call them right now, 800-684-5457, 800-684-5457. Use promo code 1010XL for buy one, get one free. Check them out at mypillow.com.
Stay connected to Gainesville with the Florida Gator Report with Lauren Brooks.
Go, Gators!
Brought to you by Darley's Plumbing, where quality counts.
A big win for the Florida Gators.
Get your Gators on 1010XL.
I was on the go. It was time to eat. I said, baby, grab a Denny, cause they can't be beat. She got something else when it was time to choose. And after just one bite, I got that soggy sandwich blues. Should've known better, only Denny will do. Got that hometown flavor creeping up on you. Yeah, she done me wrong. Didn't get my dandy. I need my ham and cheese.
That's all he wanted. That's all he wanted.
Should've known better, only dandy will do. Got that hometown flavor creeping up on you. Yeah.
Are you ready to replace the windows in your home? Don't know which company to hire? Because they all say the same thing anyway? Made for Florida, built for Florida. This is the best window for your home. 30, 40, 50% off if you sign today. The culture of Kohler Homes is to offer options from all the Florida-approved manufacturers, not just one. Without the pressure sales of buy this window today. We'll provide an educating consultation, not a sales pitch, then pinpoint the best option no matter who the manufacturer is. Don't fall for the pressure sale and don't limit your options. Let the consultants at Kohler Homes of Jacksonville help you choose the right manufacturer. Kohler Homes, the right choice.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist presents Dr. Chris Swanson on the Sports Den. A board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, Dr. Swanson has been assistant team physician for the Cincinnati Bengals and Drexel University men's basketball and is the current team physician for several area high schools. Visit se-ortho.com.
Every Monday night on the Sports Den, we're joined by Dr. Chris Swanson from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. Doc, how you doing today?
Great. How you guys doing?
Good. Good weekend on the golf course? The member guest that I wasn't invited to?
It was a good weekend. I met some friends of yours.
I know. We could have taken them down if I'd have been your guest.
It's funny. That's not what he said.
No. How you doing, though?
I'm doing great, man.
Talk to us about Josh Lambo. Talk to us about this hip injuries. Like, I know that's I'm assuming it's his right hip. I'm assuming, I guess his left hip would be bad too since it's his plant foot. But given the recent events of the Jags and Kickers, obviously Lambo's hip is a fairly big deal. What can one do to a hip outside of like fracture it that would keep you out for 4 or 5 weeks?
So, a couple different things that can happen. So one, you can tear your labrum in the hip, which is similar to the labrum in the shoulder. That would require surgery. That would definitely put you out a lot longer. It would require arthroscopic hip surgery. Aside from that, for the sort of 3 to 4 week window, we're looking at some kind of more of along the muscle strain, hip flexor strain, glute strain, piriformis strain, some of the muscles around the hip. It has to be related to that if he's looking at being back in 3 to 4 weeks.
Well, I think he's been gone, 4? He was on crutches. He got off crutches in late September.
It's probably easiest to think about the kickers that we've had. So we had Hauschka, we had
you forgot the Georgia State
one
guy.
Black guy, another black guy.
Right.
I think that's it.
No. Remember we had the dude 2 weeks ago.
Hauschka.
No.
Yeah, I said that.
No, there was another guy.
Who was the guy who got hurt?
Yes, there was another guy. Hold on.
Santos.
Yes.
Wait,
yes.
A guy? Well, just got married.
Huh?
Santos.
No, not Chris Santos. No.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, we know. Chris ain't tell us he made it.
He was pumping gas.
Doc, you heard that story, right? That this dude had never kicked a field goal.
Yeah, I did hear that.
So it's his left hip?
His left hip is plant leg.
Did you just Google that?
No, I got some inside info.
Oh, okay.
Question, Doc. You're doing a physical on somebody, right? Shouldn't you know if they're like hurt, like to where they can't play? Wouldn't that be like don't y'all move enough body parts around to figure out like somebody should say ouch at some point?
I mean, that's definitely the idea of any physical. You know, at that level, those guys go through rigorous physicals when they get traded from team to team.
We must have forgotten.
Yeah, I thought maybe things changed because I remember in Indy, you know, I had shoulder surgery 2 years prior. My shoulder was fine.
Right.
Until I went through
operative report. They want operative report.
I mean, they moved that thing around. They're like, "How do you feel?" I'm like, "It was fine before you started doing all that moving around. Now it's sore." But I'm just trying to figure out maybe there was some way that this could, you know, these woes can be blamed on somebody other than Caldwell. But you're basically telling me our GM's an idiot. That's your medical opinion.
I don't remember.
Should we put that on record?
Can we put that?
Is that on his chart? Is that in his chart? Is that a HIPAA violation for you to tell us?
If he walks into the dentist tomorrow, well, let's say that. Terrible general manager.
I hate to turn you into like a health attorney here, but I do have a HIPAA question. What is the HIPAA? What is HIPAA? Because, like, how are we finding out who all has the COVID before they even tell us?
Good question.
So you mean from like the professional athlete standpoint?
Professional
Dan
college
Mullen.
coaches.
How should I have played this?
Like James knew that Mullen had the COVID, but we were kind of scared of the HIPAA violation. Should we have been?
Yeah, I mean, no, I think so. I think, you know, the HIPAA law is meant to protect the, you know, private health information for sure.
If
Health
you were the
Insurance Portability
doctor,
and Accountability Act, but I feel like especially with COVID, I mean, COVID, like no one's running from COVID. It's not like a scarlet letter to say that you had COVID. I mean, so many people have had it. So I feel like the COVID test, especially for people who are in the public eye, you know, when people are getting it, they're just leaking, saying that they have it.
So James should have ran with that.
And then from a general sense, you know, the professional sports are required to report injuries, you know, which is different than a normal person from a legal standpoint.
Well, I love how the NFL got around that, though.
If the professional sports don't report injuries, then you can't gamble on games appropriately.
Well, I love how the NFL got around that. The NFL is like, we will not be saying that it's COVID specific, but we do have this COVID injury list that we placed him on. We cannot comment on if Cam Newton has comment, but we have put him on or has COVID. We have put him on the COVID injury list.
Yeah. And why are you on the COVID? Well, because you have COVID or you've been around somebody who has COVID. So we don't know if you're dying or somebody around you is dying. But bottom line is
you're on the
COVID list.
Doc, what is? Oh, go ahead.
It seems like a bit of a gray area.
Yeah, I just didn't want Mullen to run up on me like Big Bo was about to run up on. Was it Shefty?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because you know,
that was like early COVID period when people were like, I can't believe he came out with his personal information. Now it's like everywhere. Yeah, this dude's got COVID. This guy's got COVID. Nobody cares anymore. People really wanted to kill that reporter.
Who, Doc, you're working a lot of, you're doing the Bump and Bruise Clinic every Saturday. You guys cover a lot of high school games, all that kind of stuff. We're seeing a lot of disruption in play. We're seeing a lot of teams, they're having to take a week, 2 weeks off because of quarantine, because of contact tracing. I know Fletcher announced today they're not going to play this week either. And they can't practice during that time either. What does that mean medically for these guys? What's your fear about going from 100 back down to basically 0 and then right back to 100 again? Because when they come back, they're playing a game the next week.
Right, so it's hard to maintain that conditioning that you finally have worked up to get to that level with the somewhat limited preseason that we had. And so, you know, to take a week without being, let's just call it a week without being at the facility with your coaches, I mean, you're kind of back to doing it on your own, what you can do on your own, and probably to some extent are supposed to be staying away from some of the other guys on your team. And so I think, you know, it brings back in the conditioning related type of injuries, soft tissue related type of injuries. And, you know, I guess the somewhat opposite argument is it gives your body an extra week to rest. It's almost like having a bye week.
Well, it's like Florida. If you look at UF, and there's other colleges, but UF hits home here. I mean, there's this whole list of guys who technically can't do anything for at least, 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
they just started their season. I mean, they've only played what, 3 games, and now all of a sudden you're out 2 weeks, and then you don't. It's not like you get a conditioning week or anything like that. You're right back to games again. I mean, are we going to see on-field injuries pick up because of this?
I mean, I think you could see a little bit of an uptick in again, the soft tissue stuff, your sprains, strains, your hamstrings, those type of things from having that delay in conditioning. And again, other guys may get to rest and they may be a tiny bit healthier. I think the interesting thing, even at the pro level, right, you're seeing how some teams with that extra week off come out just guns blazing, like the Titans against the Bills, and then the Patriots this week against the Broncos looked like they needed 3 more weeks off to try to figure something out. And so I think that in between week has a lot to do with what coaches can do to keep their guys motivated, looking at film, working out, staying in shape. I think that plays a lot with this. At every level, there's these crazy schedules where games canceled.
The 1 week thing though didn't even register to me. Like the NFL teams that are taking 1 week off, but when I started hearing about high schools that are going to be 2 weeks off and colleges who are 2 weeks off, I mean, heck, Houston, it took them 4 weeks to play a week 1 game. That's where I started going, well, whoa, wait a second. Like taking 14 days to 16 days off by the time you count everything, and then going to practice for 4 days and playing a game probably isn't the safest way to approach such a physical sport.
So I'm going to say you got to do all walkthrough and conditioning.
Yeah.
And pray guys remember how to hit,
which is already an issue, not just for Florida, but a lot of places.
Week 1 college was really bad,
terrible tackling. What was the reason behind that, Doc? And we'd gotten away from you being a COVID specialist, but you're back there. What was the reason why guys weren't allowed to hit in camp, but they were allowed to be around each other? What's the medical reason? What did that have to do? Like, if I'm around a bunch of guys practicing, why couldn't we hit? Why couldn't we tackle?
Yeah, I don't have a good explanation for that. I mean, it would seem like if you're in a locker room and not wearing masks, then hitting doesn't seem a whole lot different, unless it comes down to conditioning contact. I don't know the answer to that one. Logically, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Okay, I just didn't know if it was something that was obvious that I was missing.
Is that wide receiver going to be okay, Doc?
What wide receiver?
Oh, my God. I believe it was the Eagles game yesterday. Well, he had to be carted off. It was – oh, my – I'll look. Obviously, you didn't see it, so never mind.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
My last question here. Florida State has a quarterback, Jordan Travis. He took some punishment.
Well, they have a running back that occasionally throws.
Basically, that's what we run the spread wing team. But his non-throwing shoulder, like he just looked like he kept, like we saw it against Notre Dame when he was grabbing his hand. But this week he was like literally like his whole shoulder was just numb.
Like hanging,
and they stopped throwing. Like, what is a non-throwing, like I guess the opposite of your dominant hand type injury kind of do to you? Like does it affect your throwing? Is it just something that's more of a pain tolerance thing? Is it probably safe for the kid to just pull him out, like for his safety, or is it something you can continue to sacrifice him and just let him keep running the ball and he'll be all right? Rub some dirt.
I mean, it's certainly, if all you're doing is running, it certainly is more of a pain tolerance thing. It doesn't. Denny's an expert, but it doesn't have a tremendous amount to do with the throwing motion. I'm sure somewhat, but it sounds like either he's getting sort of repeated stinger type of symptoms, or if he got tackled, landed on that, he could have a shoulder separation that he's kind of trying to work through. And then with either of those things, the rotator cuff muscles can start to get a little bit weak, and it can be hard to get back to normal in mid-season if you're running all the time and you're taking hits frequently.
Well, CJ Board, by the way, is the name of this guy. If you want
CJ Board, really?
Yeah.
What was weird from what you were telling me, though, is it changed their play calling, right? So there was obviously something wrong with the kid.
Yeah, that was the excuses. They were just trying to get out of the game. But that's like a long way to go, like from early third quarter to like just change your play calling and not really try to throw it that much.
You really don't have any faith in whoever's behind him.
That would be James Blackman.
Hey, we're going to send Jordan Travis out, Doc, with one arm. because he's better than our backup. That's probably not a good sign as a program.
What happened
That's not a
to
great sign.
your backup's brother the other day? Purdy.
Oh, Iowa State looked trash?
No, I thought he broke his ankle.
Oh, I don't know. They aren't very durable.
JJ
Those
coming off the top
Purdy's.
rope with all kind of injuries at us.
Those Purdy's aren't
we
very
didn't know
durable,
about.
so that could be very true.
We should do a JJ injury report each week.
He had some dark horse injuries, though, not like.
No, this one, CJ Boardman was really bad. I'm actually surprised that you didn't see that.
Like gruesome bad or
like no, it didn't look too terrible live and even the replay, but he instantly was knocked out and they had to bring out the cart and it was a big deal. No, I don't think it was Purdy that broke his ankle. Somebody else. Sorry about that. Another
That's
Big 12 quarterback.
So, Doc, you guys still doing the Bump and Bruise clinics, right?
Yeah, Bumps and Bruise clinics on Saturday morning. We have 3 locations. I'm at the Gate Parkway location at the Brooks YMCA. We're there from 9 to 10 every week. And you don't have to be a football player. You can be any kind of high school, middle school athlete playing a sport. If you're injured, come on in, get a free evaluation, get an hour's worth of treatment. It's a great opportunity to take advantage of the physical therapists and athletic trainers that help us from Brooks and to speed up that process to get you back out the next week.
It's basically your own training room. If you're an athlete, if you're a high school athlete, middle school athlete, and you're playing a fall sport and you get banged up during the week, especially football on Friday night, don't wait till Monday to get in somewhere or to see the trainer or something like that. Get to one of these Bump and Bruise clinics, specifically the one that Doc Swanson's at, which is at the YMCA Gate Parkway, and then you can get your treatment started right away, just like they do in college and in the NFL. It makes a humongous difference. So make sure you take these guys up on that. And then, Doc, everything's normal at Southeast. You guys still just business as usual, right?
Yeah, business as usual. Extra safety precautions, masks to get in to see us, but other than that, we're fully operational.
Good. That's Dr. Chris Swanson from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, the best of the best doctors around. Locations all over town, so there's going to be one near you. I go see him. You should see him as well. Doc, my knee's good. The Peloton's the best thing I could have done for my knee, by the way.
Good deal, man.
Yeah.
Stop that running. You got to get one for James now.
Yeah, he'll get one soon enough. I've got a low-key addiction. It is amazing, though, how much running pounds on your knees, man.
Yeah.
I'm having zero knee issues since I started doing the Peloton instead of running. Yeah.
Mine's coming November 12th. I'll race you.
Oh, yeah?
Let me go look
at this.
Can you guys race from your own home?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Wow. It's
Yeah.
like Xbox Live.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Oh, Doc, did you see Tua? He's back.
I did, yeah.
Dude, he
How
was
about the
handing it
picture of
off
him-
like nobody's business.
How about the picture of him sitting on the field after?
Talking to his parents. Freaking
alone
mama's
on the
boy.
field.
Yeah, I saw
Why do you
that.
guys hate Tua so much?
I couldn't
It's
figure
so
out
weird.
what was going on.
What was he doing on the field?
It's a Hawaiian tradition.
To go on the field after the game.
I guess.
Well, Doc, man, have a good week. We'll talk to you on Monday. Stay on the golf course.
All right, thanks. You guys too.
All right, Dr. Chris Swanson from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. As always, love to have him on. Make sure you go see Dr. Swanson if you've got knee or shoulder issues. Get to se-ortho.com. All the college football that you guys want to talk about is coming up next.
Making the game last a little longer.
Join me, Hacker. And me, Leon Searcy.
The window world of Northeast Florida fifth quarter. Presented by Donato's Pizza. 2 hours after the final whistle on game day. On the home of the Jaguars, 1010XL.
Baloo here for Shinatri Chiropractic. I had neck surgery. I have back pain, going there all the time for adjustments. Even fell down coming out of the shower, injured my tailbone. Fixed me up wonderfully. They're the official chiropractor for JU Athletics. Effective diagnosis and treatment on the lower back or neck pain. If chiropractic adjusting isn't for you, they have acupuncture and dry needling for your pain and tension. What a friendly staff as well. Call them 743-6700 at 2711 University Boulevard.
Hi, everyone. I'm Miss America 2020, Camille Schreier. Join me in support of DEA's National Prescription Drug Take Back Day, Saturday, October 24th. Please get rid of the unused or expired prescriptions in your medicine cabinet. They could end up lost, stolen, or simply misused. Protect your family and our communities, and let's all keep prescription drugs out of the wrong hands. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com.
Baloo here. Life can get pretty stressful, especially if you have to work at home and have kids doing online classes. Do yourself a favor. Give our friends at Wren Beach Rentals a call. Work from home, but with the Atlantic Ocean in your backyard. Their properties have free Wi-Fi, so a virtual classroom or office is easy, and you can walk right out the back door and have your toes in the sand. You need a staycation? Go to WrenBeachRentals.com. That's WREN BeachRentals.com. Tell them Baloo sent you and get a 5% discount.
Cigar City Brewing, Florida's premier craft brewery, delivers vibrant tropical flavor with high-low IPA, a citrus-forward craft beer inspired by the bold tangerine, mango, and clementine qualities of High-Low IPA. At 4% ABV and 120 calories, High-Low IPA delivers highs in flavor and lows where you'd want them. Check out cigarcitybrewing.com for more information on this Florida original. Cigar City Brewing, Tampa, Florida. Please enjoy responsibly.
Everyone here knows Diamonds Direct is the place to go for the best diamonds at the best prices. But did you know that savvy buyers from as far away as Atlanta, Tampa, Orlando, and other cities now come here to Jacksonville to buy their diamonds? These high-end shoppers have discovered that Diamonds Direct has one of America's best selection of large, rare diamonds, from 3 carats to 10 carats, all certified by the GIA, the most reputable and most trusted gem lab in the world. Because of Diamonds Direct's international connections and tremendous buying power, we're one of only a handful of jewelry stores in the U.S. that carries a large selection of rare GIA diamonds. In fact, Diamonds Direct's multi-million-dollar selection includes a stunning array of high-end Riviera necklaces, 20-carat tennis bracelets, and an extraordinary collection of rare precious gemstones, rubies, sapphires, emeralds, and even the really hard-to-find fancy yellow diamonds. Come see why Diamonds Direct right here in Jacksonville is the destination for high-end shoppers all over America. Extraordinary selection, impeccable quality, and unmatched value. Diamonds Direct, off Town Center Parkway next to the Hyatt.
Hey, it's Rick Baloo from McGowan's AC, and guys, I got a deal for you. You know, I love the fall weather, but these temperature changes can put a stress in your AC system. My friends at McGowan's always say preventative AC maintenance pays for itself, so they're offering a special one-time fall tune-up for just $50 per system. Heard me right, $50 for a fall tune-up to keep you comfy all season. Call them today, 264-COOL, for McGowan's AC, the official heating and air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
One of the great things about little boys and little girls is when they grow up, they want to be just like you. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. So to moms and dads, aunts and uncles, and grandparents everywhere, remember this. The next time you get in the car and don't buckle your seatbelt, a little boy is watching. And when you decide to text or dial and talk while driving, a little girl is watching your every move. And when you head down the road with a beer or cocktail in the car, that little person next to you is taking it all in. In this life, you have an awesome responsibility to those children who love you the most and want to be you in every way. So make a pledge today to be a good role model to these kids and their friends so that that little boy and that little girl get to grow up and be just like you. Morgan & Morgan, for our children. Dial pound law on your cell. Offices, Jacksonville.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On October 19th, 2014, DeMarco Murray becomes the first running back in NFL history to start a season with 7 straight 100-yard games.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
Oh, we've spent so much time on the Jags. It is time to talk college ball. We're getting some feedback from the Lifetime Enclosures text line saying Tua was FaceTiming with his parents after the game. What?
So?
Okay, so why did he have to sit Indian style on the you can't say that. Crisscross.
Applesauce
on the field after everybody was going to do it.
Remember when Crisscross used to wear their outfits backwards?
Mm-hmm. I do remember. That's good old days.
Crisscross will make you.
Wonder what they're doing now.
By the way, the texter, if you don't know already, these guys hate Tua. They're
hate
disgusting.
Tua.
They hate Tua. Don't listen to them. They've been on their anti-Tua bandwagon for. Oh, speaking of the guys you hate, you know who they should have brought into the game yesterday in that blowout? My dog Jordan Love.
Oh.
I mean, if you can't get any time in that game.
Would they have treated it like Tua and everybody cheered for him?
Oh, definitely. Everybody's waiting for Jordan Love to get in the game.
Tua goes in there and hands it off, and everybody goes crazy.
Oh,
good for him.
He's adorable. Pineapple boy.
But Fitzpatrick's too good.
You know what? Hold on. Let's get Andre. Andre.
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, listen now. We got to have a conversation, Andre, as a family here.
Okay.
We hadn't even got to college football. Now you're forcing me to talk about FSU by calling.
No. I'm not going to force you.
They're the only team that beat a top 5 team this weekend, Andre.
They're also the only team with a losing record. And they're the only team that's not ranked. But
they're the only team that's beat a ranked team.
Y'all aren't ranked. And
by
you
the
got
way, is
beat
that
by
a true
one of the
stat?
teams
in the state of Florida.
Oh,
Yes.
in the state of Florida.
In the state of Florida.
I was like, how does that make any sense?
We
They're the only
can't
team that beat
the state. We're not at a level to compete nationally yet. None of us are. So we have to
they're
based
the
on
only
being
team in
51 to 10,
Tallahassee.
you can't compete in the state either.
Trust the process.
Andre, what's up, man?
Okay, James, I need to know something. What can we do about this linebacker play? I'm not too much worried about the DB situation. It'll work itself out, but this linebacker play is killing me.
He's talking about Florida State.
Right.
Yes.
Well, y'all ain't never happy at Florida State.
Right? You literally just had
Y'all
such
just
a huge
won
win.
finally.
Hold on. And then, James, did you send Cromartie's video to Fuller? Because I believe he listened to what Cromartie was saying.
Nah, I did. But
And
damn
last
sure listen
thing,
to what he said.
listen, and last thing, what is in that tent? Because Big Marv went in the tent and came out on fire. So we need to put him in the tent every game.
Doc, did you? I know y'all didn't watch the game.
OSTARINE.
I did watch.
Marvin was walking and then just fell flat on his face.
And then came back in on the goal line stand.
I'm like, nah, dude. Like,
So like the 10 on the sideline. Is that what you're
They
talking about?
called a timeout. He was standing by himself. Like, it was a good 30 seconds after a play. It wasn't like right after a play. And he just goes face first into the dirt and was face first for a little bit and then turned over. And they called a timeout and brought him immediately back in.
Like, I hate that. I personally believe if you're like doing the whole to slow the game down thing,
it would look real.
You should have to miss, but he sold that one. I'm like,
yeah,
yo,
it looked real.
You might have
that's
passed
what it
out.
was.
I don't know.
Like, or because if it was something really wrong, like Mike Norvell might be a terrible person for putting him back in because like
they needed to win that
game.
He
legitimately like just stopped moving and fell. Like, just imagine
face first.
You see somebody there standing and then they just
like
fall,
he passed out.
Like he passed out.
It was
they come in, do a little stuff, put him in the tent, pop him right back out.
He played well, right?
He played.
He just played
relatively well. He blocked another kick.
Kando had a pick six.
Kando had a pick six. They played well as a team. Now the linebackers, to answer that question, I mean, you've got they went away from the older players that aren't any good, which is it took them far too long to realize this.
The right move. Yep.
They're playing a bunch of young linebackers who have never experienced any of this stuff, so they don't know pass coverage very well. But they play downhill, and then there's one older guy, Emmett Rice, number 1, who's finally doing what a middle linebacker should do. If nothing else, you should strike and fill. And he was coming downhill, so they're getting better. It still leaves something to be desired. But, you know, that's just going to be it. You're going to just have to find the fluff, find the happy things, the few things that Florida State does very well. And you're going to just have to, like, deal with it.
Y'all are going to beat Louisville. I mean, I don't think Louisville's not good.
Oh, I didn't realize Florida State was good.
Yeah, we're not good.
By the way, a linebacker wearing number 1.
Andre, appreciate it.
So do we want to talk about this or are we talking about because here's the North Carolina game in a nutshell. For anybody who did not watch this game and you want to know what it was like, it was the Boise State game last year, except for Florida State won.
Was it that bad?
We did not score a point in the second half.
I didn't realize that.
We did not move. Here's what. So Florida State fans are very braggadocious right now. We won. That's a good win. No matter what people try to do, North Carolina is really the number 5. That was the number 5 team in the nation. You can't take that away from it.
Exactly.
They have Sam Howell, who put on a really good display in the second half. Their wide receivers did really well. They have a good running back. Their defense left much
until the last drive.
Until the last drive, but it wasn't just
that's the only
one
thing
guy.
I saw, and that was crazy.
The drops?
Yes.
3 drops.
Like they had money on the game.
Really led to North Carolina not being able to.
Well, they may not have won.
And I'll also
even with
say
them,
this is North Carolina looked like they were playing for a field goal, knowing that if they got into overtime, they probably would have won it anyway. And that's what happens. When you play, you got to play
conservatively, yeah.
Florida State dominated from a physical standpoint the first half. I mean, from what it looked like. If you're watching the game and you're not looking at anything else, I thought the first half was way better than what it was when I went back on film and watched. I got into the middle of the second quarter before I had to stop on my Sunday, and I took the boys did swim lessons. We had some other things I had to do. Had to be a dad. 18 minutes, or almost 18 minutes to just over 5 minutes was the time of possession in the middle of the second quarter. That's why I say it's a lot like the Boise State game, because the first half of the Boise State game, Florida State was up 31-3, if I remember correctly.
Was it that much?
Yeah, but Boise State was moving the ball. They just turned it over or something happened. There was a lot of momentum.
Missed field goal or something.
Yeah, then the second half happens, and really all you're asking for, North Carolina was on the ropes. Sam Howell was shook.
Yes.
Like, you could see it. It was just like, yo, he is all out of sorts.
Overthrows.
All they needed was not even a hard punch, just a tap to the body, and they were folding. Two missed field goals, no movement. Matter of fact, first drive, Florida State gets stalled. They punt it. Florida State stops North Carolina. They punt it. Then after that, it was all North Carolina for the rest of the game. And the North Carolina ran out of time more than Florida State beat them.
Because I wasn't watching. I was watching the Georgia-Alabama game.
Really good game.
We're going to get to in a minute.
For a half.
I just kept seeing, it was 7-0 at the end of the first quarter, and I'm like, oh, okay, Florida State's going to make a game of this thing. And then it was like, I turned around, it was 24-0. I'm like, whoa. I just thought, man, they're dominating this game. And then I flipped over and I saw North Carolina score with like 2 minutes left in the first half and thought, okay, Florida State will get it. They'll kneel on it. It'll be 24-7 at halftime. And then I saw Florida State, and I saw the update come across that Florida State had scored again, 31-7. And then the next thing I did was I flipped over as they were dropping the passes. So I missed 95% of the game.
You missed a lot of FSU being crappy then.
Well, I was going to say, so then I go back now, if I'm looking now at the box score, Jordan Travis was only 8 of 19.
Right.
Throwing.
So here's what. So before we get to that, box score: 558 yards of total offense.
North Carolina,
27 first downs, over 300 yards passing, almost 200 yards rushing from a guy. If I told you that happened, time of possession, I want to say is about they dominated probably 2/3 of it. I don't have it right in my face.
I'm pulling it up.
If I told you all of those
No, not
things,
really. They had 33 and y'all had 26.
Okay, so we did a better job in the second half.
Yeah.
If I told you all of those things, you would tell me that there's no way that that team lost the game. And what it was, and here's my fear, and I enjoyed the win. It was a great win. I'm not going to take anything from it. They need to build upon that. You got to win games like this. But I hear genius, guru, X's and O's. You hear that thrown around so much with so many different people. Why I don't like Kendall Browse is Kendall Browse doesn't adjust well. What I saw from North Carolina was a gang of adjustments, defensively and offensively. What I saw from Florida State was no adjustments made. At least defensively.
Man, I came in here wanting to give you congratulations.
No, but it's the truth. Like, in order for us to be this is what I like about Coach Norvell. Coach Norvell went in his press conference and said, while I enjoy the win, there was a lot of things that I saw on tape that made me upset. That's being real. That's the only way you're going to get back. Is that, yeah, you can enjoy the win, but you can also look and say, like, we probably shouldn't have won that game.
Well, I mean, you got it. Like, to give y'all credit here,
they won though.
Well, y'all held North Carolina to 2 for 15 on 3rd and 4th down. They were 2 for 12 on third down, 0 for 3 on fourth down.
Right. They went for it on fourth down way more than the team that's supposed to be much improved.
But here's the thing that jumps out to me is, do you know what y'all's average per rush was? 6.7 yards.
Yeah, but that's
Travis.
Now, what we do have is Webb. I think it's Corey Webb. Don't quote me on that. I'm sorry. Really good running back. Not Dalco. Not
LaDamian.
Not we got a Corey Wren.
Corey LaDamian.
We have a Corey.
There's also a Raekwon Webb.
This was LaDamian.
He's a redshirt senior.
Who's the guy we just had?
He's from Alabama.
The kid we just had, the running back that's
Cam Akers.
He's below Cam Akers, but he's good though. They got to get him the ball.
Is he a JUCO kid?
Yeah.
Okay.
What we have though, here's the exciting thing, right? And I'm curious to know how he's going to use him. We cannot use him as a wing T quarterback. 16 reps is entirely too many. 16 rushes is entirely too many. When you add another 5 or 6 where he was probably hit. Offensive line gave up 1 sack, if I remember correctly. We've got to use his legs more, but to open up the passing lanes.
Yeah.
And when he throws it deep and he has the confidence and he's in rhythm, it's actually not that bad.
He throws like this rainbow crazy deep ball that actually seems to work a lot of the time.
Right. So, I mean, there's a lot of things to be. They played the young guys, but they got to be able to finish. They got to be able to have that killer mentality. They got to go in and snap the neck when you have the opportunity. And they didn't. They let a good team hang around. That's what makes me afraid of Louisville, because no matter what Louisville has shown, Louisville still had 3 guys that we talked about on this radio show who are on the Heisman list. So if nothing else, they're dynamic. They still have an explosive, dynamic quarterback who's much like ours, probably with a better arm. They have an explosive wide receiver, and then they have a good running back. And for whatever reason, we have not found a DB to go opposite of Asante Samuels Jr. Because if they're 7, 9, or 27, they might as well put food on the back of their jersey. That's the adjustment. The adjustment that North Carolina made, fine, 9, 27, or 7 wasn't playing. 9 or 27. That's Akeem Dent or Miko Dotson. Miko Dotson, who led the NCAA interceptions last year from FAU, came up here and completely forgot how to play football. My man not only got mossed, he got burnt, but he did one good thing on the toast play. He pulled him. It's better to get a pass interference than give up a touchdown.
Especially in college.
But that's where all of the stuff is going. They kept trying Asante Samuels, and Asante Samuels was just like, no. Like, he's like, this ain't what you want, Playboy.
But listen, I will say this. I'm far from an FSU fan, but you talk about no moral victories. This is an actual victory.
Yeah, it's a victory.
That
so you can
nobody saw coming.
None at all. No.
Literally nobody.
No, not at all.
Whether you held on and all the stuff that you're talking about, like, the one thing about Florida State the last couple of years is they kept finding ways to lose games.
And that's the difference. And that's the building on part. The other things, the great part about it is that they're fixable. They're all fixable. Hopefully. But
he said it with conviction first.
I say that, but then I thought about 9 and 27 need to go back and look in the mirror and be like, yo, people recruiting me. I was a good person at one point in my life. Somebody's got to have it drawn out. Like 27, Akeem Dennis' mom's an amazing woman, Jennifer from down that Palm Beach area. Like, she need to call love up on your son. Like, give him, like my mom, when I'm feeling down on myself, the best person for me to call is Carmen Coleman. Carmen Coleman gonna make me feel like I'm that guy. Right now, he can use some. They can use something.
He needs a confidence.
He needs a confidence booster, because last year he was in position. Last year he just couldn't catch. This year he ain't even in position. So, but you don't just forget how to play this game at a high level. There's a lot of good to build on. Florida State fan base, we need to chill out and just relax and enjoy the win. Like, the arguments with each other about people who are paid to be critical, or it's their job to be critical, you need to chill, because there's a lot to dissect from another team. So it was not a win is a win. Tons of moral victories to be had in there because of the win. But we also need to, and our coach has said that, We need to, all right, enjoy it for a couple of days, but now we got some major patches to fill up.
The best thing about winning, if you're Florida State right now, is it gives you an opportunity to stack wins.
Right.
And if you go out against Louisville and you get blown out, you're right back to where you were 2 weeks ago. But if you come out and you find a way to win a back-to-back game, there's nothing you could do better than that right now, regardless of how it looks.
Here's another thing that comes with it, because though it wasn't the prettiest in the world in the second half, everybody's talked about Norvell's recruiting will get better once he's able to show a product.
Mm-hmm.
Defensively, you can make a splash. If they keep going downhill, fire Fuller. I'm not suggesting it, but I'm saying you can fire Fuller, bring in somebody else. You'll get that coming back. You're going to get some defensive players because of the logo. Offensively, though, you got some good clips and films to show what it's going to look like when you get it rocking and rolling. You could do that against Louisville again. You mess around, got the bye week. You mess around and do it at home against Pitt. And you know what happens? You're really on track to get what everybody said you should have. Everybody was hoping you would get. That 7-4. 8-4 with a bowl game record. You have all of those, because we already know the fourth loss is coming.
Yeah, that's right.
We know that. Yeah,
that's.
But I just sit back and I think just the competitor in me was like, damn, we could have made an example of North Carolina. Like, because when you got somebody 31-7,
you're right.
How they scored,
you could have made a statement, like
how they scored on that. Like what I was telling you. So North Carolina goes 2-minute offense, drives down, scores their 7 points
before halftime.
Right before halftime, minute 16 left. Florida State doesn't kneel on the ball, doesn't run the ball a couple times. They go right down, drive down the field in a minute, leave 16 seconds on the clock, score a touchdown, knowing you're getting the ball back in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they could have came back in with that same energy and done that, that game was over. It could have looked real Clemson, Georgia Tech-ish.
Well,
With in a way that you wouldn't have thought. No, I'm saying
that was a record.
No,
what Clemson did to Georgia
what
Tech.
I meant by the number, like you.
No, I got you.
Because imagine you going from getting your ass whooped by Notre Dame and Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, everybody with a pulse that plays FBS to playing the number 5 ranked team in the nation, and you could put up 50 on them.
Right.
That tells all the recruits, like, wait a minute, maybe he did need more time. Maybe it was COVID. Maybe it was in the spring. Maybe all the things that didn't affect anybody else did only affect Florida State, and now they're getting back out of it. So it's exciting, but I'm tempering my enthusiasm until they make it a streak.
I want to get let's get to 8 o'clock, because it's the perfect segment for me to talk about 2 of the college games I want to talk about, which is Georgia's game and Auburn's game. And very specific hates on these games. 8 o'clock coming up next.
We found the computer outlet, sir.
Plug in. No static ever. Download the free 1010XL app for Apple and Android devices and take us with you wherever you go.
Lou here for Russ Voris at State Farm, the #1 auto insurance company in America. Why not be with the #1 agent in America? That's where I go, russvoris.com. Now, at State Farm, they do the most auto and home policies of any company in America. Why not package it together? That's right, your auto and home insurance all in one policy. Superior service, product, and great rates. Visit russvoris.com. So again, for the very best in auto and home insurance, visit State Farm. That's russvoris.com.
Hey, this is Sonny's Barbecue Pitmaster Shannon Snell back with another Pitmaster Pro Tip. Never sauce your food too early when grilling or smoking. Barbecue sauces are normally high in sugar, so they need roughly 20 minutes of heat to caramelize on a piece of meat. Saucing too early will burn the sugars onto your meat, giving it a really bad appearance. If you're looking for a great tasting sauce, head into your local Sonny's and pick up a bottle, or order it online at sonnysbbq.com. Sonny's BBQ.
If you're a man over 45, have frequent urination, an urgent need to go, a weak flow, or waking at night to urinate, it's time to consider UroLift. This is Dr. West, urologist with McKeever Clinic. UroLift is a non-invasive outpatient procedure with minimal downtime. If you suffer from an enlarged prostate and want to avoid the sexual side effects of medication and invasive surgery, UroLift may be for you. Contact McKeever Clinic at 355-6583. That's 355-6583.
Start off this football season with $50 off a set of Yokohama tires. Mike Dempsey here for Tire Outlet. Tire Outlet has 12 locations all over Northeast Florida and literally wholesale prices to the public and full automotive repair. It's your one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs. But right now, for $50 off a set of Yokohama tires, go to TireOutlet.com/offers.
Wholesale prices, premium service, Tire Outlet.
Hey folks, Hicken here. Did you know the owner of Zero Res Jacksonville started the company 16 years ago? October is their Zero Res birthday. This month, get 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $129. Mention Happy Birthday Zero Res, and I'll throw in the stairs on the hallway for free. That's right, the stairs on me. Just say Happy Birthday Zero Res. Book your appointment today online or just give us a call at 287-5727. Zero Res, man. Spell it forward or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Do you have clicking, popping, swelling, or pain in your knee or shoulder? This can be due to arthritic changes in your joints. Over time, you have wear and tear of your cartilage. I'm Dr. George Bari, and here at Bari Orthopedics, we have numerous ways to treat your arthritis, such as regenerative medicine, including PRP and joint replacements with CT guidance for accuracy down to the millimeter. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, call us for an appointment today or log on to BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com. Contractors need concrete demoed and hauled off? Get that concrete the plunk out of there. Call Plunk's Concrete Recycling and Demo. We want to recycle that clean concrete and have a storage yard to take it on. Need a pump truck or concrete can? We rent them. Now hiring equipment operators and construction superintendents. Plunk's Concrete Recycling and Demo. 924-0006. Or online at CustomConcreteJacks.com. That's CustomConcreteJacks.com. Get that concrete the plunk out of there.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, one taste and you're feeling good now, smiling wider now, seeing brighter now, bucket dunking now, namasteing now, popping a wheelie now, living lighter now. You're on Tropic Time now. And on Mondays, try our Jaguars Duval Delight Smoothies for $2.99. And you're roaring louder now, end zone dancing now, sipping spirit now. You're on Tropic Time now at Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
If you're a business owner, property manager, or run a restaurant or hotel, are you tired of your garbage company raising their prices with hidden fees? What if you could add to your bottom line and declare your freedom with the exclusive fixed price guarantee at Freedom Waste Management, a family-owned, locally based waste management company? Visit freedomwastemgt.com to talk to an expert and lock in your fixed price guarantee, premium service, and competitive pricing. That's Freedom Waste Management.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
You mad, bro?
1010XL 92.5 FM. Join us in the Sports Den. Call or text 641-1010.
Open up your heart and let that hang out.
It is 8 o'clock on the Sports Den, brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits.
Make sure you get to an ABC. I mean, who doesn't hate running out of good whiskey or tequila or whatever your drink of choice is? I guess wine. People that drink wine seem to have like stashes, though. You ever notice that? Like wine for days.
I like a good Merlot every once in a while. I'm not taking any advice on wine from Hacker.
Just get to ABC. Make sure you get to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. They're a great partner of ours. Have been forever. You should support them if you listen to this show, even if it means driving by other places. Stop buying your beer at gas stations. Get to ABC. Show some love. They got Humidor right there. They also own thehumidor.com. So if you need cigars, get to thehumidor.com. They're even going to give you 20% off if you type in sportsden, all lowercase, all one word, at thehumidor.com. Make sure you get to ABC. Arizona is now up 14-0.
Yeah, I hate when they give guys touchdowns who I don't need.
When they hand it off instead of on the 1 yard line. How dare they hand it off on first and goal from the 1
inch line
instead of throwing it to Christian Kirk?
By the way, this is 8 o'clock, so I guess I'll hate on this. The Jags are so bad that the Lions yesterday on the 1-yard line knew that Matt Stafford had thrown a touchdown pass against every single franchise in the NFL except for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So instead of sticking to the game plan, which they've been doing, and just running it down their throat for an easy touchdown, they went out of their way to throw 4 passes on the goal line so he could get that record. That's how not worried about the Jags coming back they were. They were really trying to just get records out there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm glad we're able to give people something. That's good stuff. My 8 o'clock, Georgia. Like, let's relive the past year for Georgia. As Jake Fromm declares for the draft, just the past year at the quarterback position, Jake Fromm declares for the draft. Georgia fans immediately start with the "we're better off without him," even though at that time you had nobody there. Then Jamie Newman announces he's going to transfer, and somebody that 90% of you had never heard of and certainly never watched instantly became a top 5 draft pick and a Heisman favorite.
That makes sense.
Then Jamie Newman ain't even played yet. JT Daniels transfers in from Southern Cal, and now Georgia fans are telling us that they've got the best quarterback room in the country and a quarterback competition. Jamie Newman opts out, which if you listen to this show, we were telling you was going to happen for 3 months before he did. He opts out.
Because it just made sense.
Right. And so everybody's like, well, he was getting beat out by JT Daniels. That's what Georgia fans were telling us. Then DeJuan Mathis is named the starter. Now, we hadn't even kicked off yet. DeJuan Mathis is named the starter, and now we got Georgia fans telling us that, oh, this DeJuan Mathis kid, he runs a sub 1100. He's going to change the game. We've never had anybody like him. And so he goes into Arkansas and stinks it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then Stetson Bennett comes in, and now he's like, we had somebody text us last week that this guy may win the Heisman. Okay, Georgia fans, I have named 1, 2, 3, 4 quarterbacks. I didn't even got to Carson Beck and what y'all said about him before all these other guys came in. That you guys told me was going to be unbelievable. So last week, before we got off air, I made the comment that I thought Alabama would win because Stetson Bennett isn't going to win you any football games.
Right.
He's not capable of winning you football games. I got a text that I screenshot, which I never do, right after I said it, from 718. And he says, "Go Dogs, the mailman will deliver. I'm going to text you on Monday. You will be wrong again." 718, I have the text line up. There's nothing from you, homie. I don't see a text from you. Where are you at? You said you were going to text me Monday. It's Monday. We've been doing the show for an hour and 17 minutes. I ain't heard a word from you, 718. And what happened on what happened? Oh. And my inbox was full, James, of people telling me your boy Mac Jones ain't throwing for 400 against us.
Yeah.
He hadn't seen a real defense yet.
Mike Jones.
Mac did pretty decent.
Everything y'all told me last week, Georgia fans, didn't happen. Everything. Mac threw for over 400. Stetson cost you the game in a lot of ways. It showed you how limited you guys are. Y'all are going to lose at least one more. I'm going to say 2 more. This isn't an Alabama defense like they had in the past, James.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't the Alabama defenses that LSU couldn't get past midfield on. This is an Alabama defense that was scorched the week before.
Ole Miss seemed to put up the points.
And y'all want me to believe that y'all are a national championship quality team and that Florida should be scared of y'all. Man, y'all ain't any better than Texas A&M. They're not. It's the same old thing in Athens. It's ridiculously high expectations for a team that hadn't won a natty since 1980. Y'all can get mad at me if you want, but tell me where I'm lying. It's ridiculously high expectations that you can't back up. It happens every single year in Athens. And y'all get all mad when people call you out about it. I mean, what did I say wrong? Did somebody call mad at me?
No, someone had a terrible. He thought it was a joke.
Oh.
He said Stetson Bennett should play at Stetson. Like, expected me to laugh at that.
Thank you for supporting ABC Fine Wine and Spirits,
That's
sir.
terrible, sir. So, Georgia, Florida, who wins?
I don't know, because I don't know if Florida can stop anybody, even Georgia. I have no idea.
Because it's coming.
I have no clue. But that's not a national championship team that rolled out to Tuscaloosa on Saturday
Not at all.
night.
They'll get a chance to probably play in the SEC championship again. And get blown out.
Maybe. I'd bet not. If I was going to have to bet right now, I don't know who's going to go. I'm not saying Florida. As a Florida fan, I'm not saying Florida's going to beat
Well,
Georgia.
it can only be one of them.
Dude, college football's broken.
Kentucky?
I mean, their defense. Look at their defense. I mean, look what they're doing to everybody they played defensively. They should have beaten Auburn. They're the ones that exposed Mississippi State. Tennessee wanted no piece of them. I mean, defensively, they're about as good as you've got in the SEC. I'm not saying it's going to be them. I'm saying college football, who knows what's going to happen from week to week in college football. We just talked about it last segment. A team that we had left out for dead in Florida State, that I didn't even know what time their game was, beat the number 5 ranked team.
If Kentucky wins the SEC East, I'll be a happy boy. That would be probably the greatest thing that ever happened to me.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, it would.
728, you're right. 728 says, do we even know who the really good teams are outside of Clemson? No.
Bama's pretty damn good.
Bama's
man.
good. Bama's good. But see, that defense, though, man.
I got
it's not smothering the way it was before.
Of course not.
We don't know what Clemson's defense is because they haven't really had to perform either.
Dude,
so
Clemson.
Georgia Tech
offense-
made a mistake of scoring against them.
I
And
think
that was
that was-
like,
we-
damn,
I
you
think
shouldn't have done that.
That's what I told
Is that
James
what you
last
say?
night.
Yeah, it was like,
I said they woke him up.
how dare you make me bleed my... Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
And then from that point on, it was like, watch this.
I'm going to put up 400 yards before halftime.
It was
outrageous stat.
It was great because I don't like Dabo, but I loved this bulliness. It reminded me of Jimbo before he realized he had a heart. Heartless Jimbo in 2013 was phenomenal. He didn't care about your children or who was watching it. He was going to score as many points as he can.
I love that.
And Dabo doesn't do this for everybody. He reserves it for the special people that could potentially be a threat to him.
Do we think Jeff Collins upset him in some way?
Jeff Collins didn't wear socks
By the way,
with his
fellas,
dress shoes.
Sockless wingtips from Coach Collins the last time.
Yes, sir. Always.
That was like, we
Dabo
don't,
just did
we
like
don't
the presser.
play that
No.
down here in the South, Jeff.
What Jeff had access to is the Atlanta metro area.
Mm.
And a lot of buzz and, a guy they just got a notable transfer from the portal.
Yep.
And Kenyatta Watson Jr., I believe. I think that's his name. But his dad, Kenyatta Watson, is a big time connected man in the Atlanta area. We actually had him on the show last year. So he needed to
Nip that in the bud.
he needed to slaughter them. He said, you go there if you want
73 to 7.
and you do it for the city of Atlanta. And you saw, so what he did was he slaughtered them, but then he also showed that he's a merciful Dabo.
In the second half, he called the dogs
It
off.
could have been 100 points.
Easily.
But he did before he got done, though. He had to show them that, I need you to remember this.
This could have been 100.
I can put anybody back here and they'll be successful. So he puts his punter at quarterback and he goes 2 for 3.
Is that true?
It's a stat. I'm dead serious. The
Oh
punter goes
my
2 for 3.
God.
And the only other time he's going to do that is when he comes down to Tallahassee. It has not got nothing to do with recruiting the Big Bend area. It's got everything to do with he wants to make sure that people know that this giant is not alive. I killed it.
Bro, I've watched Clemson twice this year, and I don't see how anybody stays in the field with them.
You don't think Ohio State can do it with the DBs they have?
I don't think so. I really don't. I don't. man, they're a machine. And JJ, if I'm wrong, you can call me out on this. I thought the Miami game was worse than the score.
Yes, sort of. I mean, Miami in the first half got boned on some terrible, stupid penalties that they did. Miami should have scored more, but at the same time, you're right. Clemson could have scored more as well.
Right. It felt like Clemson left a lot out there against Miami. Like that game was
they
never
weren't running on,
You never thought Miami was even in the same league as Clemson.
No, absolutely not. They dropped like a touchdown pass.
Right, and that's not a knock on Miami. That's just how good Clemson is.
It's a
right
machine.
now. I mean,
they
take Travis Etienne out.
I was about to say, some games they decide this is Etienne's game, and that was against us.
And then the other guy, what you don't realize is Etienne has like the highest average yards per rush in NCAA history or something like that. Their backup is second.
This running that back? The backup is second?
Yes.
Etienne was like 8 yards a carry.
This kid's like 7.8.
And they got rid of remember they got CMC Jr., the white boy running
That's
back.
right.
And they got Bowman. They sent Bowman back home.
Yeah. I mean, that's how good and loaded they are.
Is Florida, did he get that kid?
Yeah, he's going to UF.
Yeah. Him and Lingard's going to room, I guess.
We got a break.
I didn't even get to Auburn.
We can get to him next.
Heavy college.
Because I got some Miami questions for JJ as well.
We'll split it up.
We'll get to that coming up next.
Turn on the radio.
In your car, 92.5 FM and 1010 AM. Would you like to drive for a while? In your house, at the beach, on your phone, at the gym, on vacation, out of town.
Well, everyone knows that.
Download our free 1010XL app for all smart devices.
Offers are with approved credit in Natick Junction. See dealer for complete details. Jeep Adventure Days.
Celebrate the 80th anniversary of Jeep and set a course for savings when you purchase your next new Jeep at Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Arlington. Drive a brand new 2021 Compass and save up to $5,000 off MSRP. Every new Cherokee is sale price to move from up to $7,000 off. Get a new Renegade from just $139 a month. Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Arlington, 9600 Atlantic Boulevard.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your renter's insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
Great. As a minimalist, I need simple insurance.
Nice place. No furniture?
Nothing spark joy, except for this fruit bowl.
Well, with Liberty Mutual, you only pay for what you need, so there's that.
I mean, look, so beautiful, so empty again.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Frank Frangie here for Renewal by Anderson. Folks, for a limited time, buy one window or door and get 40% off, plus no money down, payments, or interest for 12 months. Go to renewalbyanderson.com. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
When you owe the IRS and can't pay, call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Jacksonville, for affordable IRS tax representation. J. David Tax Law can stop any IRS collection action and protect you from financial devastation. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 507-4777. That's 904-507-4777. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Like working outdoors and want better pay and benefits? Superior Fence and Rail is seeking full-time fence installers with pay ranging from $16 to $25 an hour and more with commercial experience. Superior Fence and Rail will train you to work with their professional team and provide you with all the tools you need to be a top-notch installer. Get off the fence. Call Superior Fence and Rail today and start your career.
When you're on the fence about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Looking to upgrade your old wardrobe? Let Mariano's Custom Tailor on Beach Boulevard custom make suits and shirts for you. We also do alterations. Come to our store or we'll come to you. Mariano's Custom Tailor, the local expert at making you look great.
Brakes for less is what we do. We know drums, rotors, pads, and shoes. If there's a squeal in your wheel, come see the best. 733 Stop.
Brakes for less.
All we do
are brakes for less. Mark Watson here with Hardball Creative. With football returning, it's time to get back to ordering your company logoed sports items. Call us today and we'll help you out.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Instant Keys offers honest professional locksmith service for lost or broken keys and keyless entry remotes. Call Instant Keys at 722-1111. Get dealership-level service in just minutes at a fraction of the cost. 722-1111.
Tom McManus.
So all I really cared about was the T and the A.
Fridays on Jaguars Today.
Tackle and assist.
Brought to you by McGowan's, the official heating and air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars on 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at MyPillow. Hopefully you've already taken advantage and gotten, the buy one, get one free MyPillows. But I want to talk to you about the Giza Dreams bed sheets, gang. Yeah, 100% certified Egyptian cotton, made with the world's best cotton. It's called Giza, grown only in a region between the Sahara Desert, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Nile River. Satin weave gives you a luxurious finish, available in multiple colors, styles, and sizes. Machine washable and durable, 10-year warranty, 60-day money-back guarantee. It's the nicest sheets I've ever owned, man. Right now, 2-for-1 low price and free shipping with the promo code 1010XL. So do yourself a favor, man. I'm telling you, I'm refitting the bed. I'm sleeping like a baby, and I love it. My pillow, and now some Giza Dreams bed sheets. Use promo code 1010XL. Call them at 800-684-5457. Get more information at mypillow.com.
Mike Hogan, your Duval County Supervisor of Elections, wants to remind you 5 p.m. October 24th is the deadline to request a vote-by-mail ballot be mailed for the November 3rd general election. Make your request online at DuvalElections.com or call 630-1414.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
It is the Sports Den. Are you, I guess you probably should tell people about it. Like, we didn't think about this, about your water, man.
Oh, man, yeah. Hold on real quick. Let me get myself prepared for this. Alkavita, alkaline water. Alkavita.life, that's ALKAVITA.life. That's the website you can go to get the best alkaline water in the game. Not Jacksonville, but in the game. It's a Jacksonville-based company. They'll deliver to you. They have a couple different locations here around the city where you can purchase it, one being in the Regency Square Mall. Go check it out. Alkavita Life, Alkavita alkaline water.
There you go. 250 hit me up on the Lifetime Enclosures text line. The one thing about Georgia fans, they will get extremely defensive extremely quick.
Mm-hmm.
He says, only a damn fool would compare the Kentucky defense to the UGA defense. Explosive UF offense has led UGA for exactly one series in 3 games and stands no chance against the Dogs this year. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about, 250. It's exactly what I'm talking about. Georgia, y'all do this every year. It's like you say things like, this team stands no chance, just like you say the expectation is a natty, or that we're the best team in the country, or that there's no way that Mac Jones throws for 400 yards against our NFL defense, who I actually think is pretty good. Like, you say things like that, and then what happens? Like, that's exactly my point. I am the one who's been out here talking about how good Georgia's defense is. I said the matchup of all matchups for the year is receivers for Alabama against DBs for Georgia. Receivers for Alabama won. It's that simple. So if you want to call me a damn fool, call me a damn fool. That's fine. I mean,
the expectation should be the natty. I understand that. When you have a good team and you're in a Power 5 conference that basically gives you an automatic bid if you win it, right?
Mm-hmm.
To be disappointed if you don't win one is a little childish. Is that fair to say?
Well, I mean,
the only reason
if you're going to do that, then there's going to be a lot of disappointed people walking around because that's, only one team wins it.
I'm just saying, I wasn't born.
1980?
Yeah, I was born in 84, so.
I was good and potty trained.
I mean, Herschel was spry.
Mm.
Long time ago, man. I mean, you should be grateful. Any natty you get, you should be grateful for. But that bad boy is over 40 years. It's 40 years old, man.
I don't know what the answer is for Georgia. Like I mean,
you've played in one, and that's great. That's good. Oregon's played in one in a few in recent years here.
Well, it almost the entire SEC East has won one since Georgia has. Well, not the entire, but anybody who means anything.
Tennessee,
Florida, like Auburn in the West won one.
LSU has won a few.
Right. I mean that's the part that stinks for them. Georgia Tech has won one since
Auburn's won one and been to two, or they only been to two total.
Yeah, did they win one, or am I thinking
they lost to Florida State?
Lost to Florida State.
They won
Oregon,
one with Cam, beat
right?
Oregon.
Yeah. I mean, Georgia Tech has won one since they have.
Yes, they have.
I mean, think about that. I mean, I'm not trying to troll Georgia, because the minute that Carson Beck gets in, which oddly enough I think would answer some of y'all's questions, but I become a huge Georgia fan. The very second that happens. Now, y'all aren't in Auburn territory. I feel bad for Auburn fans. Did you watch that game at all?
No. I saw the clips. And I saw the last play, which is hilarious.
I don't have anything against Bo Nix. People think I do because of Joey Gateway's situation. I don't at all. Like I actually really like Bo Nix. He's a great kid. Like, this means the world to him. But if we want to recap Auburn's season, they beat Kentucky. Give them that. They get drummed by Georgia. They beat Arkansas, but they got away with one there. Like, there's no way they should have won that game. Absolutely not. The refs gave them that one. Like, Bo Nix should have cost them that game with stupidity, with spiking the ball backwards, which is a fumble. And the officials didn't call it. And then they get beat by South Carolina. They're 2-2. How does Gus Malzahn, like, how does this guy keep getting raises? What is going on at Auburn? Like, I watch a fair amount of Auburn football because I watch the SEC when it's on. It is the most boring game every week when they're playing. It's almost like it's not even an offense. It's run around and try to make a play, and then hopefully Bo Nix makes a play. Like, that's literally their offensive game plan right now. You should be 1-3 right now. You're 2-2. You got Ole Miss and LSU coming up.
I'm gonna tell you this much: Bo Nix is losing his team.
Did you see the sideline?
Yeah, I added my own color to it, but the wide receiver said basically you suck, and it's just, if I'm going to be threatened, Auburn's a cautionary tale. Florida State, pay attention to Auburn. Florida doesn't really have that because you have an athletic director with a spine. That, for the most part, if he don't want you to leave, and you're not on his nerve, he's going to protect you no matter what. Boosters feel way entirely too entitled to control a program. If you're going to hire a guy and pay him millions and millions of dollars, you need to let that guy coach his program. And your job is to support him by any means necessary within reason. Like, because all it does is, if he doesn't work out, you know what it does? It makes your program attractive to the next person. That's why I always tell people when they're like, your booster contributions are based upon wins, you're foolish. You got to, obviously it takes money to win, and I understand where you're coming from, but like, if you go in and you attach a player, which is said to have what happened, and I can believe it, if you have to start somebody to keep your job, make them fire you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you get fired,
take a stand.
If you got fired for taking a stand,
yep,
and you didn't give them like any reason to fire you with just cause, just take your settlement. That's why you signed the contract. But because if you win with the person you choose, it's gonna all work out for you. Because now
you're talking about the Bo Nix situation.
The Bo Nix situation. Bo Nix didn't win you a lot of games last year. What happened was your crazy, stupid defense.
Yep. And a running back, yep.
So you didn't really develop or build anything. You built up a lot of hype, enormous pressure that you're not living up to right now. And what's going to end up happening is you're going to get fired anyway. Not just because you try to appease people with money, which never works out for you. You have a up and down career at Auburn. For every boom year you have a really big bust.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just not a way to build. Like, nobody wants to be a part of. And I say, in your boom was it his first year at Auburn when they went to the Natty?
Yeah,
and then
like
you go
he
average.
Keeps finding a way to beat Alabama, though.
Right, but that's not why you pay a guy $6.5 million or whatever it is.
I mean, right when they talk about getting rid of him, he does that. Like, Gus Malzahn is fired every year, it seems like.
Right. Last year was the year he was supposed to be fired, but then he did enough. He played Bo Nix, and he
beat Alabama, right? Did they beat Alabama last year? Because I know that's the game that Mac had the 2 pick sixes. So I think they may have. Can we switch it real quick to Miami? Yeah. JJ.
What up?
How you feeling about Miami right now?
Great.
No concern about De'Aaron King?
No, not really. I mean, he's been the same guy all season. Makes terrible throws every once in a while and runs around a lot, and he's fine. These are the games that Miami loses every single year.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you.
A boring 12-point win against Pittsburgh was like exactly what I wanted. It was sweet. We never once in that game thought Miami was going to lose. I don't even think they ever had the ball when it was a one-score game ever. Like, it was awesome.
There's a stat from that game that blows me away because I didn't watch the game, but I was
unwatchable. If I wasn't a Hurricane fan, whoa, I would have turned it off so fast.
In college football, James, if you see a team rushes the ball 42 times,
jeez,
how many yards do you think they have?
If they don't have 250 or more, that's terrible.
Oh, they didn't have 250.
You never see this. 42 rushes for 109 yards.
What?
Yeah.
That's how?
Like, the reason you never see that is if you have 25 rushes for 109, you're thinking maybe we should throw the ball a little bit more. 42.
They did this against Clemson too.
For 109 yards.
They just tried to keep getting the running game going. And if it's not working, they just keep trying.
So here's the crazy thing. Here's where this stat gets even weirder. If I told you that between the two teams, they ran the ball 68 times. Combined, how many yards would you assume that they had? 300, 350, 400? Combined between Miami and Pittsburgh, this is how ugly this game was. 68 rushes for 131 yards. That had to be. I didn't watch a single snap.
See, you're not saying correctly what happened. Not just say exactly how many rushing yards they had.
It's 26 carries for 22 yards.
Exactly.
I'm saying between the two, if I'm watching a game, JJ. No, what if I'm watching a game? I don't care if it's Florida, I don't care if it's Florida State, Miami. If the two teams run the ball 68 times for 131 yards, it's got to be the most boring game I've ever watched.
It was terrible. They had a backup quarterback in because apparently their starter was, I don't know what happened to him, who led the league or the nation in passing, was out. So they were bad on offense. They never had a chance. And Miami was basically like, hey, let's just get the hell out of here.
Who's Miami got next?
Virginia, who sucks. I think Wake just housed them. So I'm not actually concerned about this one.
I love this college football season, though.
Just every week, it's a conference game.
I want it. I want it. I don't want it to go back the way it was.
Is there a kicker fight?
Huh?
This Monday night game.
All I see is Arizona wearing Dallas out.
Yeah, this
kicker was at the bottom of the pile.
Red Rocket is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Auburn did beat Alabama last year, by the way. Yeah, I was right on that one. I mean this college football season with
that
the
was
conference
after
only
Tua
game,
got hurt.
Yeah, is unbelievable. I want the SEC every single year to play only conference games with a rivalry game, a +1 rivalry game. Like, I want this every single year. I want the ACC to get right to conference play. That's why I'm interested to see. I don't know what the Big Ten schedule is this week, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be an upset.
Nebraska, Ohio State.
Oh, Nebraska?
No.
I like that.
I don't think that's going to be.
Denny
What if
Thompson
it
called
was?
Michigan versus Minnesota could be one.
Michigan, who's Wisconsin
Their wide
play?
receiver, Michigan's number one wide receiver is did he declare? No, he's not with the team. He says.
Who does Wisconsin play this week?
Give me 1 second.
I'm trying to pull it up myself. Illinois. They play Friday night.
Yeah,
absolutely no chance.
Yeah, there's not a chance in that one. What about Penn State? Give me a Penn State game.
Penn State plays nobody this weekend.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, they play Indiana. At Indiana.
They got the
Iowa
quarterback.
plays Purdue. Michigan, Minnesota, like I said, those are actually 2 ranked teams. Maryland, Northwestern. Who's not stoked for that? Last but not least, at noon, Big Ten Network. Strap yourself in for Rutgers against Michigan State. Michigan State, by the way, you're lucky you didn't get to play us this year.
Never mind. Maybe I'm not excited about the Big Ten.
Yeah, that sounds
The schedule sucks.
That's worse than the SEC's first week.
Next week, though, Michigan State, Ohio State, Penn State. That's what's up. So we just have to wait a week. We'll be fine.
Is the ACC got a good schedule this week?
Clemson, Syracuse.
Syracuse is bad.
That didn't do anything for you?
No.
NC State, North Carolina should be interesting. See how North Carolina bounces back. NC State lost their quarterback.
I'm actually looking forward to y'all's game more than any of these other ones.
You know what you're going to do?
Florida State,
you're going to be looking for? The game.
It's ESPN3, so that means I can stream it.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Damn, they didn't even give y'all
Notre
ACC
Dame,
network.
Pittsburgh
You didn't even make the alternate ACC channel.
Like, they were looking at how bad FSU was, and this game was supposed to be a battle of 2 1-4 programs.
Yes.
Nobody expected us to beat North Carolina.
Notre Dame and Pittsburgh is intriguing.
Pittsburgh has 2 of the top defensive linemen in the nation.
Maybe that's why we didn't rush for too many yards. But they're not good.
Georgia Tech, Boston College should be interesting.
Yeah.
Georgia Tech.
I just realized the ACC is a bunch of mid.
Oh, it's worse than that.
Like, even Notre Dame doesn't do anything for me.
And as a SEC guy, this stinks. I mean, there's 4 games this week because of COVID.
That's it?
Yeah.
Are they good?
No.
I wish you guys would have been more responsible in that conference.
Auburn and Ole Miss.
That's going to be a
good game.
Yeah.
Alabama and Tennessee.
No one's going to watch Auburn Ole Miss.
Kentucky, Missouri could be a good game. South Carolina, LSU.
South Carolina with a semi-big win.
Ed Orgeron needs this one.
Who do they got?
South Carolina.
Oh. If they lose to South Carolina,
Might have to
LSU.
step down. Yeah. Let's take our final break. We'll come back and we will wrap up the Monday night edition of the Sports Den.
Everyone thinks they can pick winners. What about you?
I can do it!
Enter the 1010XL Weekly Football Pick'em Contest, brought to you by MyBookie and J. David Tax Law.
Win delicious food from Moe's Southwest Grill.
Log on to 1010XL.com.
All offers are with approved credit and not in conjunction. See dealer for complete details. Ram Power Days.
We're having a huge sale on all new Ram trucks, and we want your trade, running or not. Trade in and trade up at Jacksonville, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Benton, Meadows. Save up to $14,000 off MSRP on select Ram trucks. That's right, $14,000. Drive a new Ram Bighorn from just $339 a month. Nobody can beat our selection. We'll have the one you want. Bring us your old pickup and get more for it. We will buy it, even if you don't buy from us. Don't wait any longer. Now is the time to buy. See our inventory at jaxcjdr.com. Call ahead for a test drive and we'll have your vehicle ready and waiting when you get here. Or we can bring the test drive to you. Save up to $5,000 on Challenger and up to $6,000 off Charger. Get 0% and make no payments for 90 days. Save big on Dodge Durango and Jeep Grand Cherokee. Jacksonville, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram. Leading the way. I-295 at Benton Meadows.
In its heyday, the merry game of Jai Alai brought thousands to Florida to enjoy the fastest game on earth. Today, Cigar City Brewing pays tribute to the unique gem of Florida sports history with Jai Alai IPA, a bold yet approachable India Pale Ale whose tropical hop notes and caramel malt quality make it as unforgettable as its namesake sport. Find out more about High Life IPA, the premier craft beer of Florida, at cigarcitybrewing.com. Cigar City Brewing, Tampa, Florida. Please enjoy responsibly.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions, not available in all areas. If you're a small business owner, things may have gotten tougher lately. You're probably looking for savings wherever you can find them, so you may be surprised to hear that most small businesses overpay for workers' compensation insurance. Many insurance companies just aren't set up to give small businesses the savings they deserve, but Pi Insurance was created to change that. We serve small businesses exclusively, and we can save you up to 30%. You owe it to yourself to find out if you're overpaying. Just get a quote right from your computer or smartphone at trypi.com. Pi Insurance is a no-brainer. With our simple online experience and outstanding service, we're rated excellent on Trustpilot by our customers, who tell us Pi is fast, affordable, and easy to work with. As easy as pie, in fact. Savings matter now more than ever. Isn't it worth taking 3 minutes to find out if you're overpaying for workers' comp? Ask your insurance agent for Pi Insurance or get a quote today at trypi.com. That's trypie.com.
Here's your 1010XL First Coast Community Calendar.
Hope Haven believes in children and youth with special needs and abilities and has developed programs to help ensure their success. Find out more about their employment services and internship program at hope-haven.org.
Big Brothers Big Sisters nurtures local kids and strengthens communities. You build positive relationships that have a lasting effect on young people. Get involved at bbbs.org.
Habitat for Humanity helps families build and improve their homes. If you want to build a better Jacksonville, visit habitat.org.
Join Jacksonville's City Rescue Mission to help transform the lives of the homeless and needy. crmjax.org.
First Coast YMCA helps develop Jacksonville's youth. You can help our children find a better future at fcymca.org.
If you're involved with a community event and you'd like us to help spread the word, visit our website to find out how at 1010xl.com.
Hey, it's Allie McDeal of the Best Bet Poker Show. Tune in Wednesdays at 6 p.m. on 1010XL and 92.5 FM, or watch live on Twitch. We chat about everything trending in the world of poker, give tips, and discuss poker strategy. Check us out this Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Home tailgate Donato's Pizza style for your favorite college and pro football games. It's the Donato's Pick 6 bundle with 2 14-inch edge-to-edge one-topping pizzas, 2 full orders of traditional wings, and 2 2-liters of any Pepsi product, all for $49.99 with promo code 335. Fresh, fun, delicious, and delivered, Donato's is in Jacks Beach and ready to deliver to you. Stop in, call, or order online now to reserve your Pick 6 bundle today.
Okay, listen up, team. They're out to test our reputation as the best plumber in Jacks, so we gotta play like the experts we are. When customers call with leaky faucets, broken water heaters, toilet repairs, broken pipes, or any other challenge, we'll give them a solution fast. Now, who are we? I can't hear you. Now that's what a winner sounds like.
Customers always win with Roland Reich Plumbing at plumbingjacksonville.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
I tell you the difference between me and them. They trying to get their ones.
You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
You got the day off tomorrow, right?
No. Yeah, basically.
I do not. I'll be in here tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
I might listen. Is it just you?
No.
Who you rolling with?
With Hayes and Lauren.
Okay.
What do you think that? What? I mean, why would you think they just put me in here at 3 o'clock?
I mean, you never know.
Does your segment have a name? I know this isn't your segment, but on Thursdays or Fridays when you go in there.
No idea. I don't think so.
That's disappointing. I wanted to hear the open.
Oh, there's definitely no open.
Oh,
it's actually 2 segments.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's fun though. But make sure you guys are staying safe from the COVID. We don't have that many listeners. We don't need y'all down. Get to quick draw rapid testing.
We can't lose the ones we have.
Right. It's all quarantined together. QUIK, quickdrawrapidtesting.com. Get over there. Get tested. 40 minutes. Nope, $40 in 10 minutes. Almost got that backwards. It's going to be a heck of a deal. We'll talk to you as a group on Wednesday night. Catch me tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday on the Frangie Show.
You got to sound more excited than that. I mean,
it's a lot of
your
work.
Drive time, dude.
It's a lot of work, man.
You got this,
man. Extra. But we'll talk to you on Wednesday night, right back here at 9 o'clock. Until then, you guys have a great night.
During football season, you'll find first-class tailgate parties all over the